Mike Pratt, known as Popout, was recently sentenced to 25 years in prison by the same judge, the Honorable Anthony Sydenham Salem, that sentenced Kshordy to 12 years in prison for possession of a gun. Popout was found guilty of the following charges. On 12/11/19, patrol officers were dispatched to Jana South, Duval County, in reference to gunshots fired into an occupied residence. When officers arrived on the scene, they made contact with two residents of the home. Officers observed bullet casings in the yard, walkway, and porch of the residence. They also observed bullet strikes 25 to the front door, exterior walls, upper and lower, and windows of the residence. Victim Walters stated that unknown suspect was ringing her doorbell and knocking on the door. When the victim Walters called out, "Who is it?" and looked out the upstairs window, the unknown suspect began firing a gun into the window and walls of the front door. Crime scene detectives collected 27 9mm casings from the outside of the residence and 2 bullet projectiles from the inside of the residence. The suspects fled the scene prior to police arrival. A neighbor advised responding officers and detectives that they observed a small gray SUV parked in the driveway across the street from the victim's residence. After the shooting, a black male wearing a white t-shirt got into the driver's seat of the SUV and drove away from the scene at a high rate of speed. Victim Walter stated at the time of the incident that she believed that a gang member, rapper Foolio Charles Jones, documented 6-block gang member, and his people were responsible for shooting into her house. Jones is involved in an ongoing dispute with her son, also a rapper, Hakeem Ksoo Robinson. On the same day at approximately 900 hours, a detective was conducting surveillance in the area of Helena Street in Duval County, an area where Foolio and associates were known to frequent, when they observed a small gray SUV pull into the driveway and drive away at a high rate of speed. On 12/12/19 at approximately 5400 hours, gang detectives were again in the area of Helena Street and observed the same SUV traveling east on Helena Street. A detective got behind the SUV and the records check revealed it to be stolen during a burglary. During the stop, the SUV, 3 individuals fled from the vehicle and were eventually captured. Suspect Travius Martin, documented 6-block gang member, was captured with a firearm in the immediate area. Suspect Gary Davis, documented 6-block member, was captured fleeing from the driver's seat where a rifle was found. Michael Pratt, known as Popout, documented 6-block gang member, was arrested from inside a shed that he burglarized. In speaking with Sergeant Howe, Detective Bolin, it was determined that Subject Davis was the driver of the vehicle, Subject Martin was the front seat passenger, and Subject Pratt was in the rear seat. At the time of the incident, the SUV was sealed and later searched by crime scene detectives. Pratt was adjudicated as a juvenile delinquent on 11/2/2017 for the offense of possession of a firearm in school property, alteration or removal of a firearm serial number, dealing in stolen property, theft of motor vehicles less than $100,000, theft more than $300. At the time of the shooting in the victim's home and at the time he fled in the SUV where the tourist was located in his immediate area, Pratt was 18 years of age.